Your sound.
Sorry about that. You're right. I neglected that.
سمراء من قوم عيسى سمراء من قوم عيسى من أباح لها قتل امرئ مسلم قاسى بها ولها سمراء من قوم عيسى من أباح لها قتل امرئ مسلم قاسى بها أردت بيعتها أشكو القتيل لها رأيتها تضرب الناقوس قلت لها ضرب النواقيس أم ضرب النواقيس يا طالع من بيته رايحة بيت الجيران طالع من بيته رايحة بيت الجيران فما سلم علي يمكن الحلو زعلان فما سلم علي يمكن الحلو زعلان حلوة رويني عطشان مية سقيني قد لها حلوة رويني عطشان مية سقيني.
This song is from the Iraqi singer Nazim al-Ghazali, one of his most popular songs, Tala min Beit Abuha, and started with a little bit of an improvisation. We're going to be looking at Maqam Ajam today. And the first thing that I want everyone to just notice is to understand is what is the difference between a scale and a maqam. Now, you may not know what a maqam is to begin with. But right now, this piece that we just heard is using what we would call a major scale. And I'm going to play you a couple more examples before we dive into working on the maqam more deeply. But I just want you to observe, does this sound like, you know, a Mozart piano sonata in C major? Does it sound like a song that you're used to in a major scale? I'm going to play you a couple more examples from the repertoire. That would be the tonic, the root of the scale. If everyone just sing to yourself this note, and you can sing. Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So keep that 1 in your head as we listen. Another example. Oh, just to say, the last was from a 1955 Egyptian film called Aziza, starring the dancer Naima Akif. would be a concert from sometime in the 1960s. It probably says somewhere, I didn't look it up. If you don't know who Kulthum is the second most recorded musical artist in the history of the world, after the Indian playback singer Lata Mangeshkar, and above Frank Sinatra and Elvis Presley in terms of numbers of recordings. She's the most famous singer from Egypt in the 20th century. Her career was from 1920 to 1976. So she was hugely popular and influential, especially across the Arab world, starting in the 50s. And you can see the enthusiasm of this live concert. So this is the tonic 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can sing that to yourself for a moment. Ah, and then listen.
لسه فاكر قلبي يديلك امان ولا فاكر كلمة هتعيد اللي كان لسه فاكر قلبي يديلك امان ولا فاكر كلمة هتعيد اللي كان ولا نظرة توصل الشوق والحنان لسه فاكر كان زمان لسه فاكر كان زمان
Wow.
So I have a question for you all. And the question is, if this is using the major scale, what is it that makes this different than a sonata in C major, or an Irish tune in major, or a jazz piece in major? What is it that makes it different?
Well, there's a lot of note bending.
Okay.
Right.
Anything else?
Maybe the Rost, the what is it? The third maybe is just slightly flatted compared to the Western third.
No, we're not using Makam Rust.
Oh, sorry. All right.
This is everything that I just played you is examples using the major scale.
Okay.
Everything that I just played you could play on the piano if you wanted to.
Okay.
Tones involved. So what is it that makes it different than if I were to play a Mozart sonata or why is it different?
Melody is very strongly grounded around the tonic, and unless they modulate.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else have any thoughts or comments?
I felt like I heard some flats coming back down. She went straight up the scale beautifully and came down with different notes.
There was a modulation with a flat sixth in one case.
It was mostly unison, not so much in terms of vertical harmony.
Yeah, that's another good observation. That's true generally of this kind of music, of Makam music, that we don't have harmony. The answer is melodic vocabulary. The melodies are different. We don't do da 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 dum, right? Mozart. You recognize that immediately as not Swedish music, as not jazz, right? If I sing that tune. melody has vocabulary, and larger melodies are built from melodic vocabulary, and that's what makes one kind of music different from another. It's not notes, it's not even ornaments. It's what are the melodic patterns. They use this word motif. Some people use the word riff, but it's actually the full, there's a whole vocabulary. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to learn the melodic vocabulary of this maqam ajam to deepen that understanding. And I want us to start by singing. So whatever instrument you play, put it down and repeat after me. So first of all, let's say Ya Leil.
Yeli.
Elil.
Yeah, Lee.
Leil, Leil means nighttime in Arabic. And when we improvise, which I'm going to do for you, we're going to improvise. I'm going to play improvisatory phrases. You're going to play back. When vocalists improvise, they'll sometimes say Ya Leil. It's sort of as nonsense syllables. It's like shubop, duop, duop. Or they will recite a poem. But even when reciting a poem, Ya Leil often will precede it. So it is it's a great way to learn the vocabulary. So I just want you to start. Let's start with this note. Get yourself clear on this note.
Oh,
And let's go. So I'll sing a phrase and then you guys repeat it back. And actually, for the time being, can you all mute yourselves and then we'll have another moment to unmute everybody. Okay. Ya Leil, Ya Leil. I'll play, so I'll repeat twice every phrase. You listen to me the first time and then sing along with me the second time. So let me do that again twice. Ya Leil, Ya Leil. Ya Leil, Ya Leil. yeah, 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 Lil, yeah, Lil. So you, I hope, are already starting to feel that this sounds different than the major scale, right? Are you starting to recognize the vocabulary already? So, for example, I started several phrases like this. Yelil, yelil. This is the equivalent of a word in our language. This is a vocabulary element, right? I know it whole. So if I do a phrase like this, yelin, 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 yelin. Instead of being a sequence of 25 notes, 30 notes, that was a sequence of 4 or 5 words. Are you starting to hear it? Is the question to ask yourself, because this is not something that we intellectualize. It's literally like learning Spanish. You have to go and repeat them and start hearing the words. Your brain starts to parse them as you hear them repeatedly. So I just wanted to point that out. Let's continue a little bit more. Another one that I did several times. Yeah, lil. 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 Yeah, Lily. Yeah, Lily. So the other thing to notice is that so far, I've only been using more or less the first 5 notes of the scale. I touched a little bit on the notes underneath the scale, touched a little bit on the note above the 5th scale degree. Let's put some numbers. So can someone unmute and sing the tonic? Right? So this is our tonic. So let's sing with numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3. 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 5. 6, 5, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2. 5, 4, 3, 2. 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 1. 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 4, 3, 4, 5. 1, 4, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, leaning. Yeah, leaning. Now what happened there? Anyone want to tell me? I went above the 5, right? And we did something that changed. Enjoy your smiling. Is this that flat 6 you were hoping for? Okay, so we've moved into a new area. And you notice that the mood shifts. So instead of going through a whole scale and being in one mood, we were in a mood with just these first 5 notes. And then suddenly we move to a new area and everything changes. So before we go too deep into it, just notice the feeling change. Notice how the feeling changes. So I'm going to just play a little bit. Listen to me and see when you feel the mood shift. And I brought it back to the original mood. Okay. So each one of these areas we call a jins. I'll put how we spell it in the chat, J-I-N-S. Okay. Jins comes from the Greek word genus. The Arabs in the medieval period, starting 8th, 9th century, translated all the ancient Greek texts on music theory into Arabic, taught the Europeans in Arabic in Spain. And the Greeks' theory of music was based on the tetrachord genus. Genus was Arabized to jins. And within maqam theory, so jins in Arabic as a word carries the meaning of genus in Greek, means type or kind of something. And so the jins is the set of 4 or 5 notes that defines the scale type. And this maqam, we haven't really fully explored the maqam yet. We're not there yet. We started with jins ajam, and I'll write that down. Okay, which resembled the major scale. But the jins has 3 characteristics. One, it does have the notes, the specific set of intervals, but it also has a particular melodic vocabulary, right? I wouldn't play, to emphasize the point, I wouldn't play like an Irish tune here on B flat major and then say, well, I'm playing jins ajam. No, I'm using the vocabulary of jins ajam. And then we switched to something called jins hijaz. Okay, so let's sing jins hijaz. Again, the same thing. I will sing and you guys respond. Ya Leili, ya Lein, ya Leili, ya Lein, 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 ya Lein. So how's this starting to feel for you? I want you to, for a moment, turn off your thinking mind, your intellectual mind. Take a moment, tune into your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel the air on your forehead. How do your ears feel? How do your elbows feel? What about your weight in the chair? And notice your breath. And tune into the feelings in your emotions and your body and feel this difference. compared to so let's sing again. Be aware of your feelings. Yalele, 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 yeah, 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 Yanin, Yanini, 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 Yanini. Yalil, 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 Yalili, Yalili. So do you feel how this mood change happened and we came back to the original mood? Let's continue. Yalin, 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 Yalin. So here we've reached up to the octave. Can you all sing the octave tonic? Ah, ah. 8, 7, 6, 5. 8, 7, 6, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, two things to notice here. So instead of Hijaz at the top of the scale, we're using another ajam. Traditional theory would say that it's the same thing as the bottom ajam, a second jins ajam on the fifth, but it doesn't tonicize the fifth. You can hear melodically that it's different from the jins ajam that's at the bottom of the scale. This is where the dangers of thinking that scale defines maqam are dangerous for Arab music theorists too. Because what's happening here is 5, 6, 7. The 7 is a leading tone, right? We haven't given a leading tone to the 5 necessarily. And the way that these notes are functioning is to move up. And the melodies are different. I'm not singing Yalin, which was the melody that I used to open the beginning. I'm singing Yalin, Yalin. Let's repeat some of these melodies. Yalin, Yalin. 8, 7, 6, 7, 6, 5. 8, 7, 6, 7, 6, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8. Yanin, 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 So now what am I doing there? Yet another change. Do you catch that? What note has changed? Let me sing. 8, 7, 6, 5. 8, 7, 6, 5. And then we did 8, 7, 6, 5. So we had what? A flat 7, right? This 5, 6, 7, 6, 5 is like a little fragment of the minor scale on 5. This is what we'd call Jins Nahawand. Bring that in the chat. We had Jins upper Ajam, up half of the scale. So far, and this is all all the different Ejnas we're gonna cover in this particular class today, except for Jins Ajam on the octave. We have 5 Ejnas. So Ejnas, and I'm gonna write that in the chat, Ejnas is the plural of Jins. We had 5 of them that we've used. Actually, I'm going to put them in one list. Jins Ajam 1. By 1, I mean starting on the 1, first scale degree. Jins Hijaz 5. Jins Nahawan 5. Jins Upper Ajam 5 to 8. And Jins Ajam 8. So the number refers to the scale degree where the Jins has its tonic. And before we go back and listen to a couple of those songs again, I want to go through them, and I want you to notice where some of these changes happen. So the maqam, this maqam ajam, is using all of these ajnas. So it's also not a scale as in a single scale that has 8 notes. It has these scale fragments, these ajnas, that swap back and forth between each other. So that's another way in which it is different from the major scale. All right, let's sing some more. That was a little taste of Nahawan, very brief. Flat 7, 6, 5. Sorry, 7, 6, 5. Taste of Hijaz there, right? Hijaz has the flat 6 and the raised 7, 6, 5. Let me take you through that sequence again because I want you to see how brief these are. Yalin, 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 And what did I do there? I got rid of the flat 6, right? I raised the 6 again. 5, 6. I had 5, 6, 7, 6, 5. And I did 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the 6 raising is giving us the signal that we're coming back to the ajam at the bottom of the scale. 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's listen again to some of these songs, and I'll point out when these changes happen, just so that you can hear how it's happening in real time in music. So for a little bit of context, this melodic vocabulary that we've been learning, which is used in improvisation, is the same vocabulary that is essentially used in composition. So you can listen to compositions that are rhythmic and extract that vocabulary, or you can learn to listen to unrhythmic improvisation and extract that vocabulary, and it's going to be very similar. So we can go back and forth very easily. The difference really is how rhythm is used. But let's listen.
عيني يا ليلي يا عيني.
Oh, this is his tonic now. He started with 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3 is the basic vocabulary he's doing with a lot of ornaments. Right? A lot of ornaments, but 6, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 7, 1 is his basic melody. Let's listen to that again from him.
عيني يا ليلي يا عيني يا ليل يا ليل. تعالى يلي خيالك.
Okay, so you heard two things there of interest. First of all, he used that vocabulary item we were doing. Ta'ala, 1, 4, 3, 4, 5. And he immediately went to the flat 6. Right? Ta'ala yalli khayalak. 6, 5. I want you to listen for when this flat 6 changes back to the natural 6. We'll go back and hear that phrase again.
تعالى يلي خيالك راح ولا جاني ولا جاني ولا
Right there. Very quick, right? And he didn't even give us the full Jins Hijaz. Just a taste so far.
جاني ولا جاني ولا جاني. تعالى يلي خيالك راح ولا جاني.
Flat 6, 5, 4, 6, 5.
ونعيد ليالي.
Natural 6. It's like a taste of Nahawan because you get a taste of the 7 that really is an ornament.
الهوى ونعيد ليالي الهوى يا حلو من تاني. حبل الوداد انقطع والشوق محيرني. والشوق محيرني والشوق محيرني. نفسي اضرب ودع يمكن يصبرني حلفت ليه يا جدع حلفت ليه.
You got a real Hijaz there, right? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5.
يا جدع تهجر وتنساني
Natural 6.
تعال
Let's go back and just hear that. Just hear how the Hijaz slips in really quickly.
يا جدع حلفت ليه حلفت ليه يا جدع حلفت ليه يا جدع تهجر وتنساني تعالى يلي خيالك.
Same opening phrase, right? So let's hear another example. Again, the one we were just listening to.
لسه فاكر قلبي.
One. So we're on this tonic. That's actually the same B flat tonic we were on before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
يديلك امان
4, 3, 2,
ولا
1.
فاكر كلمة هتعيد اللي كان لسه فاكر قلبي يديلك امان ولا فاكر كلمة
5.
هتعيد اللي
You
كان.
notice how it took like a full minute to get even to 5 as a note of emphasis.
ولا نظرة توصل الشوق والحنان لسه فاكر كان زمان.
Okay, so what we had 5, 6, 7, 8 going up with the ajam. 8, 7, 6, flat 6 coming down with Hijaz. Listen to that again.
هتعيد اللي كان
5,
ولا نظرة توصل
natural 6,
الشوق والحنان لسه فاكر كان زمان.
flat 6,
كان زمان لسه
natural 6, لسه فاكر.
فاكر كان زمان كان زمان كان زمان لسه
So the flat 6 goes away. Very similar to how it did in the other one.
فاكر كان زمان كان زمان.
Let's listen to this. Oops. So this is a song from the period.
أي قهر حب فؤادي أي
Is the tonic, and he's starting at the octave.
قهر حب فؤادي
So we had ajam on the octave. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
قهر حب فؤادي بعد أن مل الغرام يا لالي بعد أن مل الغرام وجرى رغم مرادي
So far, we haven't deviated from the major scale. Okay, everything has been right now. He's on A flat major, roughly speaking. No note modulations yet.
وجرى رغم مرادي في دمائي والعظام يا
So there's no modulations. And then my question for you is, do you notice the similarity of his melodies to what we were doing in improvisation? And if we sing a little bit, so what I'll do is I'll just stop here and we'll do a little call and response. Just he's moved us down a step to A flat, so it'll be easier to sing a little higher. So let's hear this.
مرادي في دمائي والعظام
يا لين 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 يا ليل يا ليل
يا لالي في دمائي والعظام يا حبيبي
Something totally different. You catch that? So here was our tonic 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he sang, Ya Habibi. So this is 8, and I'll use the numbers so you can identify where we're at. 8, and this is how, when you listen to Arabic music, always try to find the tonic when you're listening first. This is going to be your first guide, and this is my first advice to you. And count, use numbers, so you can see where things are happening. So we're having 8, 9, flat 9. It's like a flat 2. 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The 7 is a half flat 7. This is a jins saba on 6. We haven't even discussed this. This is a different jins as a different modulation option within Maqam Ajam. So what I gave you, those 5 ajnas, is not the sum total of possibilities, but they're the most common possibilities. But this one, this particular placing of jins saba is an option also. So just listen again to how the mood shifts.
والعظام يا حبيبي الجهادي يا 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 حبيبي يا حبيبي حبيبي الجهادي بالوفاء.
Let's just quickly sing through this so that it's not mysterious. Ya lin, 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 ya 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 Najm at the end. So let's listen again to that sequence from him.
يا 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 حبيبي هالجهادي يا 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 حبيبي هالجهادي يا حبيبي هالجهادي يا حبيبي الجهاد بالوفا يدعو الملام يا لا لا اللي بالوفا يدعو الملام.
All right. Let's have some questions. Oh, one of the questions, will I be sharing the YouTube playlist on the instructor bulletin board? I'm going to share the YouTube playlist right now with you all. Let's see, share, copy link. And there is the YouTube playlist in the chat. Questions on what we've been doing or on anything you are interested in. Go ahead, Abdul Qadir.
Yeah, in the last piece that we heard, so on which note did he start to go to the Saba? On which number from the Ajam?
So it's really on the 6.
So it's that flatted 6,
No, it's a natural 6 with a
But-
flatted 9.
flatted 9, okay.
Let me sing that for you just really briefly again. So he's on this A flat, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So theoretically, the 6 is the root tonic of the Saba. 6, 7, 8, da 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 da. But this variety of Saba that appears here actually really tonicizes the 8, which is why it gets confusing. It sounds like it's almost Hijaz on 8. 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. We can have a debate about where it is, but it's basically between 6 and 8.
Thank you.
Yeah, other questions?
So is it after you've gone above the 5th note that they start making differences? None of your examples have strayed from the first 5.
That's right. It is typical in the maqamat to have more changes above than in the bottom of the scale.
Okay.
It's not that it doesn't happen. And I'll make another point that's worth noting and that we'll see in the classes tomorrow and on Sunday. Some of the maqamat have all their changes happening on the 5th scale degree, like this one. Some, it's on the 4th scale degree. Some, it's on the 3rd scale degree. But the most common are between the 4th or the 5th. So this point of modulation or point of emphasis within the scale, it differs from maqam to maqam. But in this case, that was a good observation. I could make some moves within the first 5 notes, but I'm less likely to than I am likely to make moves in those other parts of the scale.
So on this, when it modulates to the to Saba on the 6th, is this kind of is it a true Saba with a half flat second? And in which case would the Saba begin where the original natural 6th is, and then that 7th
it
note?
would. It would begin where the original. Yes, it would begin where the original natural 6 is with a half flat second, which is the half flat 7th scale degree. So the 7th scale comes down a little bit. I don't want to get too much into it, but yes, based on if you have an understanding of Saba, then that's where you would think of it as starting. And the same thing happens in Maqam Rust, by the way, where you can start a Saba on the 6th scale degree. Other questions?
Hey, Sammy. Of the
Hey.
videos you played us, how much of what the singers were doing was improvised?
This is a great question. Okay, so in one of them, there was more improvisation where he sings yeah, but even that is sort of like a preset melody for the composition, but he's improvising a lot around it with a lot of ornaments. Within the songs themselves, there was less improvisation, but still some. So in the Kulthum song, the way improvisation happens in a long song like that is that she can ornament things differently whenever she wants to. She can repeat a phrase as many times as she likes, right? She can jump around. In the Muwashshah, the last one we listened to, there was a whole improvised section in the middle where he went off from the melody, and the melody's yeah habibi na 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 na, and he sang yeah 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 yeah. That was an improvisation, and he came back to the melody, and that's always an option. So there's this kind of spectrum between improvisation and composition in Arabic music, where you're always improvising, and sometimes you're playing closer to a composed melody, and sometimes you're totally improvising, and sometimes you're somewhere in the middle. And our time is up. So what I'll say is the next 2 days we'll do a different maqam each day, and we'll have the same kind of exploration. We'll explore the ajnas within it, and hear some examples of what it sounds like, etc., etc. So I hope to see many of you back in the next couple days. Thank you very much.